Welcome to our newest episode on animal totems. And we have our hosts, Marie, Raven, and Maria.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so today we're actually going into like Native American culture with totemism. But first, you got to get your spooky story in. I believe we were talking about the story at hand. Was that the wolf story?
Yes, we're gonna do Mysteries of the Mountains,
Okay.
and it takes in the 19th century. Henning was a tender and a teller of tales from those of the North Woods, and his writings revealed fascination of natural and supernatural beliefs. Henning's stories dug deeply into the files of folklore and more significantly into oral traditions and his own memory. One very interesting and eerie story was that of the wolves that once roamed the Blue Mountains. When I was a child, he wrote in 1897 in an essay, there were still remaining in these mountains large droves of wolves that were infest the forest in earlier times. The loss of the wolves due to disease and hunters, but recalled how their numbers lessened, their legend grew. As the wolf family grew smaller, he becomes more mythical and imparted to him, which he has never possessed in reality. The wolf was a tramp and might be ever present, especially in the nighttime. He was invested and with wonderful and mysterious powers. He could cause the cows to refuse milk. He could lead the swine astray, and he seemed at all times to be in league with the evil one. He was said to be a king, the great seven-horned beast, part wolf, part bear, part panther, but larger than any of these combined.
Oh my gosh.
This leader
Yeah.
would call them together, and they howled, would prestige a storm.
How do you do that? How?
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
even know. He would bring them together, and they would go foraging in the lower countrysides. The fog that would see rising from over the crest of the mountains, with the steam pouring through their kettles, that they were cooking milk broth for their young. The fungus grows along the old logs and stumps in the glow with glary eyeballs of these angry monsters. The howling winds of the forest carried through the shouts of defiance at the efforts of man to dethrone from their ancient demise. Henning also spoke of wolf's abilities to starve off man made evil more than once when the ungodly would meet in conspiracy to do wrong or were engaged in unholy pursuits in the shadow of the night. He continued, the wolf was seen to glare into the chamber through some unshuttered window or unbarred doorway, with results of ending the proceedings and causing disruption. The beast an influence over many, especially the younger people, more potent ever than the command of a parent. He hastened many a footstep on its homeward way in the early evening, and prevented many of a night's expeditions. Stories of the wolves and their workings are all over 21st century. Alas, even for the waning years of the 19th century, I have not in recent years heard whether the fancy still provides him a home in these mountains or no, but I have no doubt that still many people living along these mountains who know of the fame of this wonderful beast that played so important part of the fancy of the youth and the utter of yeeting olden times. Now the now Henning take on the fearsome entities that lurked and may still lurk in the dark depths of these forests. Again, it is clear from the start that he had no doubt that they would indeed be present there for all times. These mountains have harbored for many years another supernatural being whose personality will remain with them forever. The very nature of this is Indian wrath or spirits. From a most natural parentage, these mountains suggested his dwelling place. The countless ages of the Indian inhabitation and the sorry conceived him
Oh.
in these mountains. I was trying to figure out another word for it, but I'm just gonna go with it. But the nature where he might be near a relation with the elements and therefore in a closer communication with the god he would be expected to give birth. These forbidding looking mountains were more than 50 years the line between civilization, barbarism, Christianity, and heathendom. Nearly
Ooh.
2 generations were born and passed away looking upon the crest of these mountains in the line between day and night, light and darkness. What could be even more natural than the growth of the feeling in the minds of these early settlers? That all lay beyond mystery, in like in a cloud kind of thing. He was speaking upon. I can't use that word,
Yeah.
but he used, and that what more natural than that of all these things to grow mythically together for all time's sake. And it's called Indian spirits for a reason.
Oh, that's crazy. Like, I
It is.
got chills.
Just think of that beast, like
Yeah.
so big and powerful. And they would tell the youth, to stay inside at night because he's roaming the
Hmm.
fields. So, and these stories were passed down from generation to generation over a campfire, over dinner time, over a little gathering of your family. And that's
Hmm.
what makes these stories so
Do you,
still relevant today.
do you think this was like a? Do you think this was real, or do you think this was to scare the children?
I don't know because I have the newspaper clipping from 1894 of
Well,
somebody seeing it.
what?
Yeah, you can actually look it up in there, like your library's archives. You can
Mhm.
actually look up old newspaper clippings. So I don't know. Maybe their imagination was wild back then. I do not know.
Maybe it's possible.
Maybe.
Maybe it wasn't. I mean, because a lot of the like, especially like movies, like those ideas have to come from somewhere.
And
Like
what we're talking about today,
yes,
animal and totem poles with the Native Americans. The story kind of goes in with that.
yes. So this is kind of like a little lighter side today. So we do lives, and those kind of are those get pretty heavy and interesting. Heavy in a positive way, if that makes sense. Maybe I don't know, but it just makes you think.
It does.
So, um, so just to kind of give you a rundown, Native American culture is kind of like each person is associated with 9 different animals, and that will complete each person through life, pretty much guiding them or all of us. Different animal guides come in and out of our lives depending on the direction we are headed and the responsibilities that need to be completed along our journey. So, like if you're driving down and you see a fox, it's gonna like run across. That has a meaning to it. They do call this totemism, and they actually stem from the idea that humans have kinship or a spiritual relationship with spirit animals. Again, like everything has a meaning, like especially in like Native American culture. Um, and I think so. It actually comes from like a tradition of hunting and gathering. So that it serves as a symbolism of a tribe, clan, family, or individual. Members of the clan are not allowed to kill or eat their totem animal, um, and they actually the animal is kind of like one that's with you. That's a part of you. That's why you're not going to eat it. This connects to you physically and spiritually. Um, so we can kind of go over some animals today and their meanings, and we can kind of go into a little bit of the difference with dreams as well, because those are pretty like important with the totems, because you'll have dreams about those. So like off the top of my head, I brought up fox because I think you have to say, if you think about it, like if you ever seen a fox fly across you, it's because someone in your life at that point in time was trying to be sly. They trying to be slick, and it's true.
Yes, because they are for cunning
Hmm.
and like kind of a warning
Hmm.
for somebody close to you. And that's
Yeah.
in wake and in dreams, ain't it?
Yep, that's wake and in dreams. they're just, I don't know, but they're so darn cute. You just don't expect it.
And they say that for your spirit animal, you'll constantly see this animal in paintings, in real life. It will constantly like be in front of you
So,
for your spirit animal.
like, what do you think y'all's spirit animals are?
I honestly don't know yet. I don't. I have a hard time
Really?
with this one. Yeah. I
So,
see spiders a lot, but
um,
I just
Maria,
always say spirit. My spirit animal is a black cat, but
they might have that. Let's see. So for a cat, they're self-sufficient, guardians of the spirit and good fortune. That actually makes a lot of sense. You, even though you have your clumsy moments, with all due respect.
have you met a black cat? Because I don't know about anybody else's black cats, but mine are constantly just falling off of stuff. Like they'll
mine
just
runs
fall.
mine runs into doors. We call
Yeah.
her Spaz. Her name's Spirit, but we call her Spaz for a
So
reason.
I mean,
I guess. I mean, it could be the opposite. I mean,
I mean, that's a pretty broad, like, cat definition, not so much black. Black is like spiritually, I would believe that's protection. Like, if you get the crystal, that's going to be protection. I mean, so maybe it's protecting you. And even though it might itself
from
not be
myself.
self sufficient, it's helping you be self sufficient. And it is a guardian. I mean, if it's kind of like your, what do you call them?
Familiar.
Familiar, yeah. That, there
you
you
know,
go.
Considering
you know
mine's
what
right in front of me.
you know what's close to a black cat? And it actually
Hmm.
does. Another one has been skunks. The color I'm talking about.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
That understands energy, flow, self-respect, courage, willpower, and self-confidence. Is a skunk. You wouldn't think that, but it
Mm-mm.
does.
that one's good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
Courage to jump off the counter, you know, or run into a door. Because I don't have enough courage for that. I'll
and
jump out
then
of an airplane, but
and then a wolf shows intense loyalty with balance of independence, teaches cooperation, copper, yeah, protectiveness, and value extended familiar.
um, oh,
That's with
families.
the wolf.
So yeah, and that makes sense. You know, the wolf is very popular with just people in general. I feel like, but and it does seem, you know, let's look into this a little bit deeper, shall we? Okay, so
Yes.
sorry, I'm a deep thinker, so let's think about this. So it shows intense loyalty and balance of independence, right? Think about a person that you may know that might be really into the wolf. Okay, I love the wolf, but I don't think that's my animal. But
My
it
son
teaches
loves them.
cooperation. Oh, yes, so it teaches cooperation, protectiveness, and value of extended families, right? So they're very cooperative. They always say that they're very loyal. And so the people that I'm thinking of, they are all exactly like that. They are a little bit of a hot mess, no offense, with all due
Well,
respect.
my middle son is actually into crime scene tech. He's a crime scene tech. So that's
There you go.
Michael. That does make sense. And everything in his room is wolf related. He's like drawn to the wolf.
So that could be his animal. I am okay. So I did mine, and mine I think is supposed to be a white owl. But hear me out. I am dead set on. I think my spirit animal is a moose. Because you know why? Because I'm a Cancer, right? And I'm full of emotions. Whether we wear them out and talk about them, or we don't talk about them at all. But a water sign, right? Did you? Well, y'all probably know this because y'all are from the north, but uh, you know, mooses can actually
It's
survive
moose.
underwater, huh?
It's moose, not mooses. Just moose.
Well, anyways, the moose. The moose.
Yeah, we have them up our way.
So they can actually go and survive underwater, and they'll eat the grass from underwater. And water in dreams and spirituality means emotions, right? Same with like tarots. They cups, those are water like emotions, right? They all kind of come together, don't they? So if I'm a water sign and the moose is kind of like in and out of the grass and the water, kind of like me, and so it just makes sense. I mean, for a while it was, but I don't know if it's forever mine. But I kind of stick with the moose because I think they're so perfect, and I bet they would look really cute eating apples. Sorry. And I like apples. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Another one is porcupine. That comes off weird. Gentle innocence and trust is a porcupine. Different than what you
Interesting.
would think.
Yeah,
Yeah. I would think it would be something totally different.
not what I was
Well,
expecting.
if they don't trust you, they're gonna.
Yeah, exactly. But they
But
say gentle innocence.
well, I mean, they're kind of like pudding on the inside, but on the outside, they got a rough exterior. But if they love you, they'll let you in. I'm just saying, it makes sense. Maria, what is your out of all of these? What do you think? Like you would mostly relate to, besides a cat.
That's it.
What about
That's
a
my spirit.
quail?
No,
Oh, a polar bear.
no.
Solitude, expert swimmer through emotional waters, ability to find food where none seems to exist, strength in the face of adversity, communication with the spirit, and creature of dreamers.
No.
How about a parrot?
Nah. No.
Just kidding. What a
Like,
lovely. How do we say this? I love the parrot. I'm just kidding.
I know what you're trying to do to me.
Oh, come on then, mate. It's
I
a
said that to
terrible
the
accent.
I absorbed the neighbors
Yeah.
yesterday. By the way, that was bad.
Okay. So there's some. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Okay. Oh, Falcon is really popular. Um, Assist in soul healing. That makes sense. It does. It does. It does. Because I'm sorry, I keep bringing this up because I really like this subject and I'm really excited. Y'all are like, I feel like y'all are like, ugh. This.
I
No, we're
didn't read
listening to
it.
you. Like,
I
I'm
feel
learning.
it. So, okay, think about a time where you saw like a Hulk. What did I just say?
Falcon?
No,
Falcon.
where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so Falcon, were you not in a time, in a place where you saw a Falcon and you were not in a time of healing?
They live down the road.
Listen, you are always healing.
Just
You
saying.
are the great healist.
There's one on the fence
Healer. It's
every
you could be
day.
a heal. If you're not healing people, you're being the healist. I'm just saying. A frog. I saw a frog the other day. I've been seeing a lot of this renewal, fertility, and springtime. If I see one more fertility, I'm gonna throw it out the window.
I still go back to the spider.
Oh,
Connect,
spider.
connects the past with the future, creativity, and weaves the pattern of life. And the
So,
reason I go
mhm.
with it is because since I was a kid, I used to have spiders all the time as pets. When everybody was like, ew, I was like, yeah, come here. I like
We have
spiders.
two right now.
I love spiders.
I would have been like, we can't be friends back in the day. Uh, um,
I didn't.
so the spider really gets interesting with like dream meanings though, because it has so many different meanings depending on what happened in the dream. But that the dreams is a whole entirely different topic. You'll have to catch on live, but let's see.
You also have the turkey.
The turkey.
Turkey is a sacrifice of self for a higher purpose, understands the gift of giving, honors Earth Mother, and harvests bounties. And then we eat it on Thanksgiving.
I know.
I was just thinking about that. I was like,
I should have said that was word vomit. I'm sorry.
I swear. So, if you have a turkey as a spirit animal, please comment below. We need to hear about your life.
Yeah.
So, okay, so back to the spider. Sorry. When they're in a dream, they can actually mean like anxiety or fear. They can, or just feeling like you're trapped. I always go to the mother figure just because it goes to like the mother-child relationship. It really. So when I was a teenager, my mom and I were fighting all the time. That's all I dreamed about was freaking spiders. But at the time, I didn't realize. I mean, when I tell you these were nightmares, I would wake up in the middle of the night and just brush my whole body off. I think I had one last night. Ugh. And
are you fighting with your mom?
no,
Oh,
I don't think so. Mom,
was
if
like,
you're listening, if we're fighting, get over
please
it.
tell me. Please tell me.
You ever wake up with that spider web feeling? Like you ran into a spider web?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's because there's a spider in my room.
So
Saying.
I went outside yesterday outside the house, and right in front of the car, I just felt like I walked into one. I'm like, you know, but they can. It just really depends on what happens in your dream. Honestly, it kind of goes the same thing with snakes. Maria, what does snakes mean?
Fertility,
Well,
right? Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means usually seen in healing and fertility rates. Also is often considered a hunter.
Yeah, I could see the 100 thing. Healing and fertility. Ugh.
Yeah,
Healing makes sense.
yeah.
Sorry.
With the fertility, they will dance over you with the snake, have you laying down. Before they crack the egg on your stomach, they will literally have a live snake on you with that right.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually a pretty cool thing to watch.
Oh, are you talking about? I knew a guy that they would go to the snake rally. I forgot what it's called.
I'm more like the shamans and
Oh,
the hoodoos, but the more of the shamans.
oh, okay. So, have y'all had any dreams about a snake with multiple heads?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Am I the only one that dreams of snakes and spiders? Like,
I think
God,
I really do.
I be going through it. Like, it says a snake with multiple heads in your dream can mean that you're struggling with multiple options and need to decide on your course of action. Okay. If they attack you, you might be threatened by a toxic person. But without even looking at this, I'm gonna tell you: if you kill a snake in your dream, bad luck. Don't do that. And then if it's peaceful, it means healing and renewal. Um, Sorry, I'm going through them now. If they bite you, that means you're being bitten by someone in real life, which to me is just goes back to the bad luck thing. Not so much a superstition, but it's literally like, don't kill them and don't get bit. Shedding skin, that means that something new is coming into your life because you're shedding out the old. Sorry, I got really excited about this one.
Oh,
Just
you're
like
good.
now, I've had plenty of dreams where like there's like hundreds of snakes all over the place. I remember going to like this Greek castle one. I don't know how long ago this dream was. It was a long time ago, and there was like snakes all over the place, and I was just kind of walking over them. I don't remember what that means, and I can't find it. But I think that has to do with maybe like just options and stuff, right?
to believe.
So, it's okay.
Yeah,
Was-
I'm just drawing a blank.
oh, no, you're fine.
I'm dreading getting to Raven.
Oh, where's the Raven? Maria, why don't you take us off with the Raven?
Because I don't have any of that.
It's right here.
I'm learning from y'all. I had no
The
clue.
the Raven is a teacher, hoarder, the mark of a shapeshifter. He is a creator, deity, clown, caretaker, mischief maker.
I know someone that's like that. Her name is Raven too. I'm just kidding. My little shapeshifter.
Yeah, I read that. I was like, come
You know,
on.
you want to know what
I'm
popped
just
into my
kidding.
head?
What?
Loki.
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 Do you
But
think
that's my
Loki's
daughter's
really a
thing.
Raven?
He can. He
I
can.
want to know. Huh?
He can shapeshift, and he's mischievous, and he's all those things.
Oh, I didn't know that. You know,
Now
it
you do.
also says on here that he's a clown.
He is.
Okay, wait. Is Loki the? Are you talking about?
He's the mischief maker. He will mess with you in ways to make you feel like you did it yourself. That's where they get the clown from. Not like
Mm-hmm.
haha clown. No, 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 no.
No,
No, no,
not
no, no. No, not ha 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 clown.
More like what's it called when you go into the pendulum and you got that little person in there messing with you?
jokester, the prankster.
Yeah,
Prankster, yeah.
prankster. Yeah. I think that's what they should have had. Prankster, not clown.
Yeah.
Did you know that you can have a salmon as your totem?
Yes.
And it's instinct, persistence, and determination.
On a lot of up in Alaska and that on a lot of their totem poles for Native American, it's a salmon.
Yep.
Oh. And then Robin. This one is the wisdom of change. I do like that one. Very much. Like a rockin' robin. You can cut the tension with a knife. Just like, oh.
I'm just over here taking notes.
Seahorse,
Seahorse.
confidence and grace.
I'm definitely not a seahorse. I have no grace.
Well, now let's not go that far.
Yeah.
The other day, I saw you carry a bunch of boxes, and you didn't trip, fall, or have any issues. You had
Impale
good
yourself.
balance. You didn't get a bail. Oh my
It's
Oh,
gonna. That's it. That's how
she's
it's gonna
trying to
happen.
she's trying to speak it into existence. I swear, I'm gonna be so upset. But I'll be like telling her husband, "What happened?" And he'll be like, and then she'll be like, "I've been impaled," and I'll be like, "Is that what she said?"
And then you got another one coming up for fertility again.
Oh my gosh, all of them are for fertility.
Sparrow.
A sparrow, Jack
Desire
Sparrow.
and fertility.
When she comes back on, we'll be like, Jack Sparrow.
Tadpole is also fertility and change and renewal. What is up with fertility?
Everybody wants us to have babies. What do we look like? Just a bunch of baby making machines? You think I could just pop them out? I'm like, oh, I want a baby. Pop.
That's what it feels like. Is hopefully that's towards women. That's kind of messed up.
Oh, look, there's a duck. This one's fun because I did not know how much I would love having ducks until I had them. And where'd it go? Where'd it go? Come back. Sees clearly through emotions and it's graceful on the water.
I have a bunch of ducks right now in my yard. They're actually
Okay?
quacking as we talk.
I'm like, I've seen your video on TikTok. I was like,
I
oh,
watched them from the baby, and now they're
oh,
big.
oh. I had two ducks. They were named Tiffany and Summer after my best friend and my sister.
They are
They
pretty.
they would know that still if they were listening. No pressure. Just saying. I'm going to record this and I'm going to put it on social media.
And now the deer one's a good one.
Ooh, I do like that one.
Speed and family.
Protection and plenty of game.
I like that one
Yeah.
because that's what I seen yesterday on my walk.
Do you think like people that might have the deer like personality, I think they might be like a little classy and very protective, but always on the go, go, go. Like if you try to put some of these with like people, I'm just trying to imagine like what it would be like.
I think a deer, like you said, they're gonna be classy but protective. They're gonna
Mhm.
always swoon in and like collect their loved ones, but
Yeah,
they're gonna have like charisma about it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They're gonna kill you with kindness.
So basically, the soccer mom, right, is going to be out there. She's not going to yell and cuss, but she's going to be watching you.
Yep, yep. She's gonna be eyeing you up. Like, go ahead.
See, that's not me. I'm going to be yelling and hollering, and I did that for so many years. I just stopped like a year ago. We less than a year ago with sports, and I'm like, so I'm definitely not the deer. You okay over there?
Yeah, I had to take that phone call. So we're good. Everything's good.
Okay, so I have a fun little game for us.
Okay.
Okay, if you were going to describe, okay, so let me tell you what the dolphin is. Well, let's see. Let me look at one. If you were to describe a person that has the buffalo as their totem, the buffalo means provides the good things for those living as well as sacredness. Who, like, how would you describe their personality? Does that make sense? Like, you gotta have at least one friend that has like a buffalo or a beaver. Or a bird. Ooh, a bird. A bird is carefree and lighthearted.
I would say a musician with that one. A bird.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and then the butterfly, sorry. They have a symbol of metamorphosis and everlasting life, right?
Yeah.
But when you see a butterfly, like on the streets or wherever, it means to like overcome. So that one, if you do see it, just know that whatever you're going through, you're going to overcome it.
How about the donkey?
Donkey.
That's my son.
Donkey. That
Uh,
one's
Just because
cute.
he's stubborn. I don't
That's
know.
exactly what it says.
That's my kid.
Stubbornness,
I know
refusing to move.
dang well. I know dang well who would be the donkey in this house.
I do too.
There's a couple of
Uh huh.
them. Uh,
Just like my
so
house.
Did you know the eagle and the eagle feather have two different meanings?
really,
Yes.
eagle is freedom and courage, and then the eagle feather. What's that one?
It's sacred pieces of spirit, a reflection of person's vision, accomplishment, bravery, good judgments, humility, and special perspectives. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And the bear has that too. The bear paw is different than the bear.
I seen that. I see. That's the other
Interesting.
one. I really like the bear. That one's one of my favorites. Protector symbolizes strength and leadership. I feel like I could be the bear, second to the moose.
And the bear paw is good omens, direction, and power. Same
That's
with the wolf print. Wolf and wolf prints do different things too.
yeah, good omen too. It's so interesting that you could have like an animal and then their paw.
Well, it's just like us as humans. This says a lot about us. Our
Mhm.
print,
Yeah,
what we let upon, how we act.
yeah,
We can let a good print in life, or we can leave a bad print.
absolutely. So, can you look like what does it mean? Let's see. Let me think. Um, a bear can actually represent a difficult situation in your life or someone who is unbearable. Maria, where are you today?
I told you I didn't read nothing. I
Oh
didn't
my
have time.
gosh.
I told you guys this episode was all on you because I wasn't gonna have time to do nothing. I'm just here for commentary when I think of something clever today. That's it.
How
I
about a
warned
crow?
y'all.
How
Which
about the
one?
crow?
Crow.
Oh my gosh. Dude, those always show
I
up.
like this one, by the way.
Which one? What does that one say?
The crow is a carrier of souls from darkness into light and guards against fear in the dark, likes to steal shiny bright things.
Yep, that's my kid. My other kid.
Nice.
That one's cute.
Yeah. So like in a dream meeting, it means one must sacrifice the past in order to meet the future. Which is interesting because every time I see crows, someone's gonna end up passing away. And it's not to be superficial, but that's exactly what happens. So it makes sense. You're transforming, you know. This type of dream actually commonly coincides with intensive therapy. Sorry.
Then you got otter. You got a lot. You got the
Yeah.
otters. Laughter, curiosity, grace, and empathy.
Oh, they're so cute, aren't they?
They are.
Um, and those actually in dreams they mean joy, playfulness, good fortune. Because they're all like generally pretty calm and playful, right?
Did we do turtle?
Oh my god, this one should be for my brother. What you got for turtle? What does it say for turtle?
Sacrifice of self for a higher purpose. Oh wait, no, sorry. Wrong one. Very powerful I'm tired. Sorry, guys. Very powerful symbol for women. It symbolizes fertility, long life, and it considered able to defy death. A
Hmm.
turtle. A turtle.
Interesting.
There you go, Colton.
Well, I guess the turtle kind of it makes sense because of the whole shell thing,
Yeah,
Exactly.
defying death.
Defying death.
and
Mhm.
in dreams it means for the need for patience and perseverance in a situation. Um, it's telling us to connect with our emotions. It also they're also called turtle messages, by the way.
Turtle messages.
Yeah, they're turtle messages in a dream.
Well,
Turtle,
that's
turtle.
exciting.
Then we have
Yeah,
sharks too.
yeah.
I'm trying to
Great
think of the last
symbol.
animal I drew.
Dreamed of.
Yeah,
So sharks are like natural hunters, right? So
Hmm.
they can represent hidden personalities or truth in dreams. They actually have a bunch of meanings, but it also can mean you're gonna want to be strong through like some danger that's coming up. Just being cautious of who you're around, um, and it just shows like in the dream also like saying, "Hey, you are in control of this situation that's going on."
hmm.
Then we also have the quail.
Oh yeah, I see.
Lives close to the earth, ability to blend into the background, finds peaceful solutions to peril, and courage to face hardships.
It's also a sign of courage and good fortune in a dream. Sorry, I keep bringing up the dreams, but they
Oh, no.
really just go. I think they really do go hand in hand, depending on how you see them and where you see them.
Like you said, we're gonna do a whole live with that one because that's gonna dive us really deep into it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a fun time talking about dreamscapes with totem poles.
Are we doing that one next week? Or that would be the live for...
Yeah, that would be our probably Thursday live. We might switch around some stuff, but we'll talk about that, today.
And a cougar is quick to action.
Right,
Power, leadership, and swiftness.
I bet she is. Do you think when you get old, you're like going to be a cougar?
Honey, I am 42.
That's not a cougar. I think you got to be older to be a cougar.
I don't know. I
Is
actually
there an age
older.
definition?
Yeah, I thought 40 was it. But
I don't know. I thought it would be like 50 or like maybe a 40-year-old and a 19-year-old. That might be a cougar.
I have a son that's 24. I go older.
I've always liked older guys, but now they're starting to get really gray. And stubborn. I can handle the gray. It's just the stubborn part. You're set in your old ways. What's your reason?
All for them, though. If you want to be a cougar, be a cougar. Go for it.
Yeah, I don't judge.
It's just not for me.
If you want to be my cougar, like you be the cougar, and I'll be good. So
these all have so many meanings for their waking hours, sleeping hours.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful actual poles. Like, you've seen some of the poles, right?
Yeah.
The totem poles.
Mm-hmm. They're really beautiful.
And they're painted all pretty like.
Mm-hmm.
But the main colors I think they use are like red, white, and black. Maybe some blue, but I don't remember. That was a lot. But
at least we know a little more about why the animals are on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like what that each symbolizes for that, you know what I mean? That pole.
Yes.
But we can personally make our own poles.
Yeah.
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 Because each person has like 9, right?
Mm-hmm. Just look how your life is. Like, you can literally see, I don't know how to say that. You can literally see the animal instincts you have and the way this might, different parts of your life.
So I'm a turtle because I defied death all the time.
Turtle. All the time.
And I feel like I'm like a black cat. So I got a turtle and a cat so far.
Was there an owl on here?
Yeah, also a mole.
So an owl is a very respected animal, and so to symbolize the soul of the departed, they are connected with darkness and night are considered bad omens. Well, that's not fair because I had a white owl in my experience, and I've seen it. So I think that one's definitely the totem. And the moose, I'm like 99.9% sure. I'm a moose.
Yeah, it's possible.
The mole is a guardian of lower regions, connects with the energies of the earth.
Oh, that makes sense.
Nice. Yeah.
It does make sense.
They're so cute too.
They're little things.
So I was just trying to think of what other animals I would
Oh.
Now I'm building a totem pole in my head.
Oh. How about a pheasant?
Warning and concealment. And a cat.
Turtle and a cat. I think a polar bear might be good for you, but it ain't my business.
You want to read her the polar bear?
Yeah, it's that one. Yeah. Well, how about polar bear and otter? Because Polar bear is solitude. Scratch that part. But, expert swimmer through emotional waters, ability to find food where no one seems to exist, strength in the face of adversity, communications, and with the spirit, and the creature of dreamers. You are pretty good at sending dreams to your husband, so.
Okay, that was an accident, y'all.
We're never going to let you live it down.
Nope.
No, but now I want to try it again.
Oh.
But now I'm not gonna to see if I actually do it. Oh, I think he's home actually. You hear my dogs?
Yeah.
I'm listening too. I think somebody just walked in too.
So with the get back to the otter, laughter,
Oh, yeah.
curiosity, grace, and empathy.
Empathy.
Yeah, that's what it says. Empathy.
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 Oh, yeah, you're right.
I do that too. I'm not gonna lie. I did that a couple times. I had to go back and reread it. Like, oh, I said that wrong. Oh well, no, we caught it.
But she said it, and I was like, "What does that mean?"
Ooh. Okay, Raven, you're a raccoon.
Oh, great.
Look, no, not because of the negative things.
Okay.
No. It says understands the nature of masks, disguises, the tyranny, seeks guidance and confidence, questioning without fear, and balancing curiosity.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So it's
That
right
sounds
next
right.
to it's right next to Raven too. So caretaker,
Maybe
mischief maker. No,
maybe all of her start with R's.
Oh, she could be a Robin, and I don't.
That's my middle name, so.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the rabbit, and that's what made me start thinking about it. And then I went to raccoon, but I was like, she's not a rabbit because you're having limited beliefs, and I don't think that's Raven at all. She has a very open mind. She's not a porcupine because she's not gentle, innocent, and trusting.
She's not prickly on the outside.
And let's see.
I'm not innocent at all.
She's not. Let's see. She could be. I'm trying to think who would be a swan.
Can you read me the swan?
Symbol of total grace, serenity, and innocence.
Not my kid.
Oh, that's me. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I don't even know if I know a swan.
I don't.
Well, as long as we don't know a weasel. Stealth, ingenuity, revenge, ability to seek reasons behind things, power of observe. Well, actually, that could be a positive take. Stealth, ingenuity, revenge.
What was that one you just read?
Ability to see hidden reasons behind things.
And what was
Weasel.
the animal?
A weasel, yeah.
We also have a wren. Messenger from God, symboling relationships, brother, sister, power of the voice, fearlessness, and future events. Seer.
See, I could see like me being a wren, but I don't see future, so that would not be it.
I do more. I know for myself, I'm more past.
Yeah, I'm definitely the past and present, but not
Future.
future. That would be interesting.
I wouldn't want to.
Do you think Jesus would have been a turkey? Because it says sacrifice of self or higher purpose, understands the gift of giving, honors Earth Mother and harvest boundaries. So I feel like we could all be a turkey. But I don't know. But the sacrifice kind of throws it around for me because it depends on what it is. Are we sacrificing ourselves for our kids? Yes, absolutely. Our family, more than likely. But if I don't know you,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
If I don't know you, I'm not gonna.
But also at the same time, we're just so nice.
With a
You don't even.
twist.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking, okay, this is like the most dramatic thing. Okay. So there's an old lady, she's crossing the street, there's a bus coming. And you have the ability to move her out, but not move her and you. Are you going to go at least try to move her out of the way?
Do I
But
like said old lady?
she's just a random old lady.
I would. I couldn't
Exactly.
So
watch
I
somebody
think
get hurt.
my line is old people and kids
Yeah. And animals.
and animals. But
Yeah.
if you're young enough to fend for yourself, then you're gonna
If
fend
Yeah.
for
you're a
yourself.
middle-aged man with a beer gut, you're out.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you got this.
Yeah.
Right.
But most of the time men can like not always fend for themselves, because I've seen some things, but I guess it really depends on the situation.
What's a
Um,
loon?
a
A
loon?
loon it's a bird. They have them
Okay.
in Alaska.
Okay, I was just wondering. I'm sorry.
They're almost like a duck, I think.
Okay. I just sorry that just caught me. I
Oh,
was
you're
reading,
good.
I was like, what's a loon?
I happen to have an answer to something today.
No, you're doing great. A lizard is one on here. Dreaming, agility, and conversation.
That reminds me, there's a lizard in my house somewhere in this room, and I couldn't find it earlier after I seen it, so it's in here
Well,
somewhere.
well, if you find it, you know that you have the agility for conversation.
I know I can
Um,
conversate. Sometimes I can't
oh,
stop.
so a lot of our listeners, there's actually a hummingbird too. Oh, I love hummingbirds. It means devotion, permanence, and eternity. Ooh, a horse.
Oh, journey?
Yeah, that has to be a traveler. If they like horses, they must really
What about
like
a
them.
cowboy?
Or a truck
A
driver?
cowboy personality, or like a a
Yeah,
truck driver.
yeah,
Maybe that's why my uncle liked horses so much.
It could
yeah.
be.
I
He
love
was a truck
horses.
driver forever.
Because that's what it means, journey, to travel.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um, it's funny that frog still gets me renewal, fertility, and springtime. I just saw one on there, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's a big frog!" And I closed the door, and I was like, "What am I doing? I need to grab it." And I opened it, and it was gone. I'm like, oh, "You were fast. Where did you go?" I like the little pee pee frogs, is what we call them, because if you pick them up, and they'll pee pee.
Okay, because I
Oh,
took that totally different than the
Yeah,
pee-pee.
I think
oh,
that was
nice.
not.
Yeah.
They're so cute though.
That's
They're
why I
like,
stopped. I was like, as soon as you could say that,
is is this appropriate for a podcast? Is Spotify gonna like it?
my heart sank.
No, she did not.
Just say she liked pee-pees.
He
No,
was like, "Oh no."
no, it's a pee pee frog. You pick them
That
up
makes
and
more
they
sense.
go, when you know, you know. When are we gonna put that on a shirt? When you know, you know.
I
Uh,
say that all the time. When you know,
Well,
you know.
every single podcast, it's at least comes up once. We need to take shots every time we say it.
so the shirts were designed. I have a new idea. It's not to go off subject, but it's a really good idea. I think we only have a few minutes left, anyways. But in the shirts where I'm designing on the back, instead of having where everywhere where they can find us,
Mm-hmm.
we're just gonna have it say, "Ask me about my podcast" or "Ask me about the podcast."
That'll work. You can also put, like she said, you know, if you know, you know.
If
Yeah,
you know, you know, and then put the
exactly.
little scanner on there.
The little
Y'all,
QR
That
code.
would work.
yeah,
That would
we
be
could
cute.
we could do both of them. Like you
Hmm.
make one, she makes one, and then I get all the free shirts.
I could do that with you.
I'm just saying, everybody wins.
But
I'll do a photo shoot and I'll be like, yes, yes. Hold on, get my good side. So I think we are brushing up on the end today. If you were it doesn't matter if you enjoyed this podcast. You should like and subscribe anyways. So, okay.
Yeah,
Comment,
like and subscribe.
like, subscribe.
And be nice in your comments because I will
Yes.
hunt you down and cut you like a pig. Just kidding.
Wow.
Wow.
Where was that movie from? Hunt you down. It's got to be a Disney movie.
I know Hannibal said that. Something about
That
he
is
fed 'em
definitely
with
not a
pigs.
Disney movie.
It was. It was like a villain or something going, I would hunt you down and cut you like a pig. Where did it come from?
I don't know, but I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, Google it.
You Google it. I can't reach it. My keyboard.
I put something in somebody's comment section the other day. I think I should have erased it. It puts the lotion in the basket or get the hose again, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Nothing." I was like, "That's another one."
That said that.
I was like, "That's another one. If you know, you know. If you don't,
You
look it
know,
up."
you know.
Okay. Oh, it's from The Grinch.
The Grinch.
Yes.
What?
Yeah,
When?
remember he's like, he was
Oh,
the answering machine.
it wasn't Cat in the Hat.
No, it was
It's
the how the Grinch stole Christmas,
Yes.
and he's on the voicemail, and he's like, if you utter so much as one syllable, I'll hunt you down and cut you like a pig. Sorry, I gotta be dramatic.
See, that takes me to the Hannibal Lecter series.
Yeah, and
when he
I'm
was
just
gonna-
like,
when he was going to feed him to the.
remember that.
Remember that part in the pig that he was going to feed him to him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's where my mind went.
Well, anyways, like, share, subscribe, send us your stories, share everything, and I don't know what else. I forgot.
And remember, have a blessed be day.
Yes. Bye.
Bye bye.